Region 7, but is currently completing residency in Columbus, Ohio. She was fortunate to grow up in Swami's fold and went through the SSC program from Group 1. As a YA, she has been involved with medical camps and clinics, computer literacy classes for mothers in rehab, and teaching for migrant farm workers. She is the product of a single-parent home, and the credit for where she is today goes to her father. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Priya on stage.
Sai YAs, everyone. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. As stated, I'm a third-year OBGYN resident in Columbus, Ohio. When I was a child, I dreamt of becoming a doctor. I mean, who here hasn't? Come on. And so when I got into med school, I was surprised that it was actually a breeze. I excelled academically, socially, and it was because I had finally found my calling, what I was here to do. So when residency came around, I was ready. I was about to do what I'd been waiting for my whole life. I was ready for the opportunity to save lives. I was ready for the opportunity to use my passion for women's health, put it into action, get these women and babies delivered, right? I was so excited to finally be a doctor. Man, could I have gotten it more wrong? When I started residency, it was horrible. I was that kid who screwed everything up. I couldn't do anything right. The attendings yelled at me every single day. I remember walking into the hospital, Sai-dam, 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 Swami, please, protect me. Don't let them yell at me. Please be with me. Every single morning. I was in this state of fear, anxiety, loneliness. Well, one day, I walk in and admit a patient. She has heavy vaginal bleeding, she's 35 weeks pregnant, and as I walk into her room, the baby's heartbeat starts to drop. See, normal fetal heart tones are anywhere from 110 to 160. This baby's heartbeat was in the 80s, and then the 70s, and then the 60s. And here I was trying to convince this patient, hey, we gotta go back for a C-section. She keeps refusing. A minute passes, and then another. Baby's heartbeat's in the 50s. I look at her and I say, hey, we might not have a baby to deliver if we keep waiting. So she agrees. The nurses rush her back to the OR. I start to scrub in. I say, Swami, please protect this baby, protect this mom. Please give us a safe delivery. I walk into the OR and it's total chaos. I mean, in a normal C-section, it's a smooth process. The nurses know what to do. Anesthesiologist puts his spinal in. I mean, we know what we gotta do. In an emergency, in a stat C-section, your goal, get that baby out as fast as you can. I'm talking 3 minutes or less, and 3 minutes is actually a very long time. So there I was, scalpel in hand, ready to cut. And the anesthesiologist says, okay, we're trying to get the airway in. And I'm thinking, okay, Sai-dam, 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 calmly in my mind. He says, we're in, go. I make my incisions, get down to the uterus, pull the baby out. Baby is blue and limp. I thought for sure, God, this kid is dead. Forget me thinking, Sai-dam, Sai-dam, calmly, quietly in my mind. Now I'm saying, Sai-dam, Sai-dam, the whole OR staff can hear me. I clamp the cord, cut it, give the baby out to the NICU. We finish the C-section. And thankfully, with Swami's grace, everything actually goes well. Mom does great, baby does great. And I was changed forever. You see, as embarrassing as this is to admit, this was the first time in my residency that I was more afraid for the patient than I was for myself. It was the first time in my residency that I wasn't saying, Swami, please protect me. I was saying, Swami, please protect the patient. It's a little sad that that's the first time, but still. He reminded me of why I had chosen this path, that I have the privilege of advocating for women and infants, empowering them, loving and serving them. I get to save 2 lives instead of 1. How awesome is that? He also started this new tradition for me. Every time I scrub in, that is my time to pray for the patient. That is my time to say, Swami, I offer myself to you. That is my time to say, Bhagavan, work through me. But here's the thing. It's not just me. Look around YAs. Every single one of you has been hand-selected and picked by him to do his work and his mission in whatever capacity that is. How many of you have done amazing mission trips, given service to others? You have touched millions of lives. We sing, my life is my message, expansion is my life. You do that. But we still got more work to do. A week ago in Dayton, El Paso, 30 lives were lost in mass shootings. We still have work to do. So we must march forward, arise to the occasion. We must live that message, love all, serve all. We must be that light that eliminates that darkness. And we must move forward, daring to be divine. Jai Sai Ram.
Hello? I think I can speak for everyone in the room and say that was truly, truly so amazing. And thank you so much for being so vulnerable, relatable, and courageous with all of us and sharing your experiences of faith.